Hey there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.wordpress.com. Thank you very much for joining me again today for another card making tutorial, and this card supports a blog hop that's going on at the moment, so if you can, please click on the description. You'll see a link to my corresponding blog post for this video, and in there there'll be links to everyone else who's hopping today, and that's with the InspireINK group. And the theme for this month was Milestone birthday, and I have to say, oh man, I had to really think hard about what I was going to make. So numbers wise, the only set of numbers that we've got at the moment are part of the little calendars, really nice and small, but the other ones is the playful alphabets. That's where I've got my numbers from, so I've gone with 18 just so that I could use the cocktails, really, to be fair. So once I sort of sorted that bit out, then it was all about the layering and everything else, and trying to find a way to what I wanted to do was happy 18th birthday to you kind of thing, but couldn't quite make that work, so I ended up with this design. I was going for something kind of elegant looking, but with the fun pop of the colour, so I picked out this new designer series paper from the Elegantly Said suite that's in the new annual catalogue. Okay, so and it's got all this gold going through, and I thought it looked a bit kind of, you know, sort of swish and like one of these sort of trendy bars and stuff. So that was my thought process in terms of doing that, and I've gone with the black and gold elements and the nice punch of the cocktails. So the cocktails came from Nothing's Better Than. This is a carryover set, and it has coordinating dies. I've got Playful Alphabet, another carryover, which does contain some numbers, which I've used for the numbering there. Was that it? Yeah. And then the designer series paper, that was it, yeah. Okie dokie, right. So I'm going to do something similar but different, like I always do, for the video, okay? So I've got a few bits and bobs already cut, because you don't want to see me cut out a whole ton of stuff, do you really? It doesn't make great television, does it? Okay, so it's a scrap for stamping it on. So I've already die cut layering circles. That's what I use for the circle, by the way. And this is basic grey, which coordinates with the designer series paper. So there's a couple of layering circles and my numbers there cut already. Sticking with my basic black card base, some gold foil, and then I'm sort of inverting the paper, if you like, so I'm going to use this as my background for this one, okay? And then I did cut the square, which is a 3-inch square, and then like a 2 7/8 of an inch designer series paper panel. I'm not actually going to use it. Once I started messing about with a layer and my different layout that I'm going to use, I opted to leave this out, but that is what I used on the original if you were wanting to replicate this one, okay? And then the happy birthday I took from All Things Fabulous, no, Brush Blooms, that's it, the other one, which is in the mini catalogue, okay? So that's what I had. We're going to layer this up ready, so that gold's going to glare all over the place. I'm going to leave it upside down for the moment. This is the back side of that paper. It's almost a bit of a shame to glue it down, but you know what, there's another sheet in the package, and if you're really hankering for more, just buy some more, innit? So, oops, almost stuck that on the wrong side because I didn't want to glare it on your screen. So we'll just layer that up and get it stuck down to our card base so that we can focus on the decorative elements that we're going to use. So just layering that up. I've cut it slightly smaller than I would do normally, just to have a deeper black border, make that pop out. So there we go, nice black elegant card base. That's ready to go. We'll stick this thing together as well. So I'm just going to bring in a silicone sheet actually, because I just want to stick some wet glue on the back of those letters and I just don't want it to go everywhere basically. Oops, let's just pick these up. Again, I'm just going to use some seal on this particular bit, but I want wet glue for the other one, so that's that. Could have done the that with the scallop, but because we got all the other straight edges, if you like, I didn't want to introduce another element there. That's probably way too much glue, but so just a couple of dabs of glue is all I'm going to have on there. I just want to pick that up gently and get those in place. I'm not going to press them down until I'm happy with the position. Sometimes it's hard to, because you've got a skinny number and a round number, it can look a bit odd in terms of where the middle is. But I think that will do, and that just gives that the opportunity to dry while we do some of the other elements. So that's ready there as well. So just leave that to one side. Okay, just going to bring in the cocktail stamp to do our little decorative pieces, and I'm going to stamp this twice and just show you how I coloured in these and what colours I've used, more importantly. Now you can probably just go to town with colouring on these things really, because I mean there's so many different lovely cocktails out there. So I'm going to go with Granny Apple Green to colour in the lime. So I'm just going to let that dry, and we've got Daffodil Delight for the other one, which is going to, so it looks like a lemon. So we've just got some variation going on really. Nothing fancy there at all. I'm just letting it dry so that I can go over the skin again and just make it just a shade darker, but not by much. It's just a little extra element there. It's just of course you do get the blends in a combo, so you could do the light and dark if you wanted to. And then I'm going to colour in my little umbrellas, and I've done Flirty Flamingo for one of them. Again, no shading, it's too small, just some flat colouring just to get those done. There are stamps in the stamp set to do this bit, and I have shared that with you before, but I wanted a few of these, so I thought it would be quicker to get them coloured with the blends. And I'm just adding a touch of Pool Party onto the little glasses, just to give them a little bit of depth as well. Alright, that's as far as we've got with those. Alright, and then cocktail wise, I am going to use the coordinating stamp because I really like the little ice cubes that you get. So you can see there we go, that little indentation there just leaves those ice cubes visible in the drink, which I think is really, really cute, which I wouldn't get if I was colouring that with blends. Okay, so those go in really, really nice and easily. just hover over the top and put that down. That was actually Mango Melody. And then this one's Flirty Flamingo. I think there are some trendy places that do all sorts of brilliant cocktail concoctions, shall we say. So I think you can probably use whatever colour you like to stamp those drinks, and it'll be something that exists. Okay, so then we can use the coordinating die, which is very easy to line up. I tend to find that if I've lined up the top of the brolly and the fruit slice, that die cuts absolutely brilliantly. Okay, so I've already actually done this ahead of time because I actually wanted 6 of these, and I've done 3 each on the of these. Alright, okay, so there's 3 of those and 3 of those, and I've already put a dimensional on the back too. Okay, and the idea is that we do a nice sort of circular pattern in the middle of the card. So I kind of eyeballed it and messed about with the layout, and I hope it turns out okay. So I think what we'll probably do is just have a little sort of approximation of where I want all this stuff to go. The 18 is going to go in the middle, so it's not necessarily going to say happy birthday, it's kind of going to be alluded to, shall we say, by the presence of the number in the just hope that's not flaring too much. Okay, aren't those ice cubes really cute? The focus has gone crazy again. I think a setting must have changed in my camera. Just bear with me a second. Alright, it seems to be back now. So anyway, yes, so we're going to go for kind of a circle around the number here. That's what I'm aiming for, kind of, I think. So if we put the 2 sort of down the bottom and at the top in a line like that, and then we can pop up the 18, if you know what I mean. So I think that's the starting point. We'll do those 2 and then put the 18 in there. Okay, so yeah, this was my thought process. So I hope you like this idea. Do you know what? Let's put a bit of wet glue on the back of those, so we've just got those few moments just to make sure that that's right. She says. I think they were a bit further down, weren't they? And then I've got the dots on the paper to help me line those up. The same on the bottom. Bit of wet glue. Oh, other way around, I think. No, that's right, isn't it? Pink, mango, pink, yep. Ooh, that would have been a catastrophe, wouldn't it? Well, it wouldn't have been, it'd just been different. Something like that. Okay, and then last 2, same thing, add a little bit of glue. I say it was a real head scratcher as to what I was going to do for this card, but I hope you like what I decided on. I think it's a bit different anyway. So that just a bit of wet glue on the back of those dimensionals just gives you just a teensy bit less breathing space, okay, to get your layout right, okay. And then we can add on our number, and I'm just contemplating, it seems to be raised a little bit, it's probably because it's on there. Just thinking about maybe doing double dimensionals on this one, so it just is a little higher than the surrounding cocktail glasses. So put one set down and then put another one over the top, and then you get your double height, which will just help it stand a bit more proud on the card. Again, I'm just going to put some wet glue on that, so I've got my breathing space just to make sure that that's lined up where I want it to be. And like I say, I'm not going to I'm going to forego the actual words happy birthday. I'm just going to go with the inference that this is, you know, by virtue of the fact it's got the 18 on there. Okay, and you may not be able to see super clearly, but there is a wink of Stella on the little ice cubes there. Let's see if I can get it to catch. Don't know whether I can or not, but it is there. I don't know whether it's caught, I can't see it myself on there, but it's ever so subtle, but in real life it just makes just that little bit of a difference, and just makes those ice cubes look a little more realistic in the bottom of the glass. So that's my card, guys. Okay, wasn't too sort of long-winded, if you like, but just an idea to share with you. And then this was the original one, so there's a couple of different layouts sort of working on the same theme. Choice is yours as to whether which you prefer. As I say, it wasn't an easy one for me to think around this one. And like I say, that square panel, you see, it would have been lost, I think, behind there. There was just no point with all the other things going on, whereas I thought it added something to this one. So options for you there. So just to remind you, this is part of a blog hop, and there are links in the description to my blog, which will then help you find all the rest of the participants all using the Milestone birthday theme for their projects. Links to products used are going to be in the description too. Please do check those out, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye.